going on?
All this pain and strife in this life, watch me get it right, watch me win again and again, watch me get it again. Back up in the kitchen, back up on the stove, I thought they know I'm right back if they know me. Nostradamus close, I got that give and go. Pick and roll, wise it up, pick what you sold. Let them know you ain't prepared to go. Let them critics know, constant flow. Evolution of a man is where I'm about to go. Domino, slamming these cards on the table,
Yelling happy though. And it's that lappy tappy flow. In all my life, and I ain't yelling hallelujah, bro. So common sense, just to let y'all know. There's a lot of shit to make you grow. Different things is what they do it for.
This life is not a game and you will never know. They clip your wings and say you're broken. The city's a whole stages off the extra. All this pain and strife in my life. Watch me get it right. Watch me win again and again. Watch me get it again. Watch me hold it down. Watch me get the pound. Watch me break it down. Make it sound. The beatles is quaking. They breaking the ground. Every time we roll through Philly, that vehicle get no time for this. Innocent minds lose shit.
This is common sense. Who rhymes like this? Write down lines like this. I'm still alive for this.
Tweaking all over this beat with an accomplishment. Put it down. I ain't king of Philly yet. I hold the crowd. Break it down. Pussies these be biting down. That same old sound. Drop it down. Get down on your knees.
Nigga, kiss the ground.
Joking clown. Niggas don't show no love. I guess I'm a joker now. Calm it down. I was some Wonderland games.
Never bats around.
The future of both them and you are still unknown.
Elaborate.
Hoping to the game and I ain't making sense. It's popping now, these egotistical niggas, they can't hold us. Just stop it now, stomping all over this ground. All this pain is right in this life.
Watch me get it right. Watch me win again and again. How y'all doing? Welcome back to another episode of God Concept. I'm your host, Mr. Pagone.
Now what more is needed to know?
Exactly. Man, how you doing tonight? How you doing today? This morning, man. You know, you got to take the time to appreciate life every day. For all it's worth, man, you got to appreciate it. You know, on whatever level you on, just appreciate that life, man. You know, every day is a new day where you could be discovered, where you could be heard, where you could be, you know, where you could express yourself in your most creative ways that you're able to express yourself. You know what I mean? Everybody's expression is different. You know what I mean? Trust people for who they show you they are. You know, you got people in your life that, you know, show you who they are every day. You know what I mean? They show you. A lot of people could tell you who they are. A lot of people like to tell you about their character and their personality. And they like to tell you, they don't like to tell you their flaws, but they like to tell you the things that they good at. And they like to tout themselves up to be, you know, a lot of times something they not. But trust when a person show you who they are. Trust that impression, that first impression of a person, not even the first impression, because sometimes your first impression could be wrong. This person could be going through something, you know, life happens. You know, your first impression of them could be based upon something that you're going through in your life, and you can't accept this person for who they really are because, you know, you're going through something at the time, or you can't really see them, you know, shine through or really, you know, make a good first impression on you. Because, man, we all human. We all go through things. But after a while, after so long of knowing a person and growing with a person and dealing with people on different levels and dealing with that person, that personality and that character on different levels, trust who they're showing you they are. You know what I mean? Because if they're a fucked up person, they're a fucked up person. You know, you can't stick by a fucked up person or allow a fucked up person to be a fucked up person in your midst, but for so long. I ran into that problem myself a lot of times. You know, I would let a person just be who they are because I'm not judgmental at all. I'm just an observer. And I would observe you being a fucked up person. I'd observe somebody being a real fucked up person, or have a real nasty disposition, or just be one of them schemy type of people, one of them set up type of people, or be one of them gossip, chip chatty type of niggas. Like, it's like, that's who they are. And if they're like that, if they're showing that to you, best believe they doing the same thing behind your back. They doing the same thing to you. They might do the same shit to you in your face. And you like, really, nigga? Like, really, dude? You know, I don't want to drop the N-bomb too many times on here, even though I can. But whole thing is, you know, trust that character, trust that person. When they show you who they are, if that's not the type of person you are, more than likely you got to get away from them, because birds of a feather flock together. And if you hanging around a person like that, and even though people is accepting that person to be like that, they might need that person to be that way. But that don't mean you got to be that way. Or if they see that you hanging with this person and they perceive you to be that way too, it's not a good fit. You only can have one slime ball in the crew. And for real, you don't want none. But sometimes that one slime ball is accepted because you grew up with him. That's the homie. You know what I mean? He's slime ball, but that's my slime ball. You know what I mean? It's like, and you'll accept that because that's who he is. But he ain't never been slimy to you. That you, in your face, that you know what I mean, could tell that he been slimy to you. But best believe it's like, yo, not too many people want to be around a fucked up person. Fucked up people normally wind up, you know what I mean, in fucked up situations. Fucked up people normally wind up, you know, just, you know, a fucked up person. You know, sometimes a fucked up person can make it ahead and make something good for themselves. But it's like, at the end of the day, your character's going to shine through. Like, at the end of the day, you going to have to answer to somebody for living your life in such a fucked up way, for backbiting and backstabbing people. Like, you could lie, steal, cheat, and you know, make up all types of rumors all the way up to the top. You know what I mean? You could be a real heinous type of fucked up person and have like a real narcissistic personality and still make it all the way to the top, with all the betrayal, with all the path of lies and bullshit that you done told on people. You can still make it to the top. But when you make it up there, it's like, people gonna call you on your bullshit. I mean, when you make it up there, it's gonna be hard for you to stay up there, because people not really gonna want to fuck with you like that, you know? Or, you know, you have so much dirt on people that they allow you to stay in that position until they can figure out how to throw all that dirt back at you. You know what I mean? In a lot of ways, you see it all the time. You see it with all types of people and all types of professions. And, you know, they get to a level where, you know, they're multimillionaires, or they in the limelight and they got fame and they got stardom and everything. And then next thing you know, you hear all these rumors or the news coming out about them, or people suing them, and different cases in the news, and now they getting locked up and all this other type of stuff for the dirt ball shit, for the demonic and dirty deeds that they did. You know what I mean? And it's like, you know, I'm not trying to say no names and all that, because I'm a very neutral type of person. Like I said, I don't judge nobody. You know what I mean? It's like, but y'all see what's going on with, you know, people up on a higher level of fame and all that stuff, who've been in the game for a long time, and you see the claims that, you know, the alleged things that they did, and the videos that proves the alleged things that they did, the heinous shit. And it's like, you see all that, and it's like, yo, you got to trust this person to be that. You know what I mean? You got to trust whoever these people are committing these acts, got these, you know, slanders on their names and things like that. Yeah, it's one thing when you don't have proof that a person is that type of person. You know what I mean? When you don't have proof. But once you have proof, once it's clean cut proof that is there, because anybody could blame something on you and have you in courtroom. But once it's proof, like, it's there and it's evident and it's just out there in the open, it's like, damn, Hey, what are you gonna do? Are you going to still support this person, support these people that do these heinous things all the time to innocent folks, just trying to let their light shine? Because a lot of times, man, these guys, they take innocent people, innocent women, innocent boys, innocent children, innocent men, and they'll dim their light to the point where you'll never hear from them or see them again because of what the acts that they done to them. Even in my personal life, I had people lie on me, steal from me, cheat me, try to betray me, try to set me up, all this type of shit. I mean, look at what I'm going through right now. But that's not a reflection on who I am. That's more of a reflection on who they are. You know what I mean? Me, all I could do is be me. All I could do is be genuinely me, 100%. Who I am today is who I'm going to be tomorrow. Who I am today is who I was in the past. This is who I am. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I give it up to you just like that. Just like however I'm feeling it, I give it up. Unless I'm doing a podcast or something where I'm trying to speak and articulate different things to you in different ways. And in that case, it's like I'm still being me, but I'm me with a lot more thinking and a lot more, moving around and doing this and doing that. But after a while, it's going to get more natural, and then you'll really see like, oh, this is really him. This is who he is. This, you know what I mean? He's letting his light shine in this way. Shit, I'm a big kid. I'm a big kid at heart. You know what I mean? Which most of us are. We let the world take that heart of gold, that childlike aspect away from us in a lot of ways. And that's because, man, we get out here and we get these bumps and we get these bruises and things. But at the end of the day, you're still gonna be you. Even when you was a child, you fell off bikes, you fell off swings, you know what I mean? Oh, I got a crazy story about how I fell off a swing. I jacked my whole fucking mouth up when I was a little kid, but I digress. Yeah, man, how you fall off of gates and how lost fights and lost loves and, all types of things like that. And all those things, make you build up this hardened shell on the outside of who you really are. But, that hardened shell sometimes is not a good thing unless you built a life around that heart and shell, that persona that you built up because you tired of being hurt, you tired of being, tired of being let down or just, run amok by anybody. You don't want to take too many losses. You know what I mean? Nobody want to take losses, like, especially where, once you get to the adult age, once you get to the age where I'm at, you don't want to take no losses. You can't afford to take losses. Even though sometimes losses happen, things happen because life is life and we all live in life and we all going through what we got to go through. And the thing about that is, like, when you going through life, you have to stand on your business, whether it look one way or not. You know what I mean? I watch a bunch of guys on YouTube and things like that. And they tell you, it's like, your walk of life is your walk of life, and my walk of life is my walk of life. So the things that I'm going through, all I could do is give you my testimony. You could look and observe how I'm handling my situation. You could see exactly why I'm doing what I'm doing, but you won't really understand until you actually hear it from me. You won't understand my perspective and what I'm going through unless you actually hear it from me. Because your point of view and your perspective is based upon your life experiences. My point of view and my perspective is based on my life experiences, the morals and values that I stand on. That's why I'm the only one that can stand on business the way I can stand on it. But you'll have people around you and you'll have circumstances around you. So we have children, we have significant others, we have different forms of family and everything. And they might be telling you to handle things in a completely different way that you would handle them, or that you are handling them. And the thing about that is, you can only handle things in the way that you see fit, the way that you see, the way that you feel about a situation, right? Some of us never been in certain predicaments before. Some of us never been in certain situations. So in figuring that out, it takes a level of clarity. It takes a level of time. It takes a thinking mind. You know, you have to think and you have to really try to understand and come to grips with what's going on. And sometimes that, you know, that takes for you to pull away from the situation and see the bigger, broader picture, right? Once you have that bigger, broader picture of exactly what's going on, then you can start to calculate. But in your calculation, you have to always factor in the different personalities and characters that's involved with whatever it is you're dealing with. You have to figure out exactly, in figuring all of this out, right? You have people going to the left of you and to the right of you, going to tell you all types of different things, right? They're going to be in your ear. Da, 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 do this that way. Oh, you should have did it this way. Well, now you're doing it this way. Well, now you shouldn't have did it that way. But the whole thing is you got to slow down all of them voices. You have to take your time, take a deep breath, collect your thoughts. You know, stay in tune with who you are and realize that some situations are just meant to be rolled out. Some situations you have to ride out. You riding out that situation might be at a detriment to you and to those around you, but you have to take that ride. Sometimes you have to just let a situation ride all the way out, because after a while, a situation is not in your control, especially if it's like a collective. If it's a collective, if it's a group situation, if this is some big situation that you in, you can't, like, just you figuring it out. No, it's going to take time. You're going to have to let that storm pass. You're going to have to let it ride all the way out. That don't mean you stop trying to figure out what's going on. That don't mean that you stop putting your brain to work. That don't mean that you just get drunk and get high to push away your problems, because that's not going to solve nothing. What you need to do is start collecting information. Start remembering data. Start remembering people, places, and things, and pull all of that together. You know what I mean? Put your own, you know what I mean? Put your own dossier together about everything that's going on, because that's the only way you're gonna be able to figure things out. And whatever personalities and characters you dealt with dealing with that situation, remember who they are and trust who they showed you they are. Don't trust who they told you they are. Trust who they showed you they are. Because you got these people that will act like they're helping you out in your situation, but they're really not. They're really against you. So trust what they showed you, not what they told you. Because what they told you is bullshit. And what they showed you is real. Always trust the real. You know what I mean? Go with that gut instinct. You know what I mean? A wise friend told me one time, how do you know when you're being cheated? And I said, how you know? He said, because it feels like it. You know, a person could cheat you with a smile on their face. You know, a person could cheat you with a smile on their face. A person could treat you good to your detriment. You know what I mean? A person could give you everything you need to ruin you. You know what I mean? It's like, you think they looking out for you. Yeah, they gonna give you this, they gonna give you that, they gonna put that in your hand. They gonna let you hold this and hold that. But it's once somebody run down on you, once the law come, you know what I mean? It's like boom, and that get taken away from you, and you get taken away with it. You know what I mean? Because now the person that was looking out for you put you in a situation to land you in bars, behind bars, or in jail, or dead, or in all types of scrutiny or whatever. It's like, that's what it is. Even a person that's trying to help you, or supposedly trying to help you through a situation, it's like, you could be in one situation and then wind up in a whole nother situation because you trusted somebody who was supposed to be helping you. And now what they did was they compound the interest. They compound everything that you're going through. And now your problem is bigger and worse than what it was in the first place when it first began. And that's because you trusted when you should have not trusted. You trusted when you should have not trusted, you know? And that's not your fault. It's none of our fault if we get deceived by a deceiver, because that's a deceiver's job, is to deceive. That's what they do. They're there to present one thing, and behind the scenes be another thing, and behind the scenes it'd be a whole different story. You know what I mean? A whole different persona, perspective, agenda behind their actions. You know, I ran into plenty of people like this. You know, I know plenty of people like this that, you know, it's fucked up, but I can honestly say those are the only type of people that I've known in my life. You know, very few people that I've met or that I've known has been actually genuine to who they are or who they say they are or who they show you they are. Because once a person know that you have this type of understanding, right? They know that they can't no longer tell you who they are, right? They know that you're going to trust who they show you they are, right? So they'll show you that they're somebody different than they actually are. You know, that's creating a persona or whatever. And it's like, whoa, you know, I hate to say it, but no, I'm not going to say I hate to say it. A lot of relationships start this way. You know, men and women, you know, women, you'll get with a guy and he'll pretend to be somebody he's not, just to get you, just to get in that relationship with you, just to get in your home or in your pocket or just to get in the bed with you or whatever. You know what I mean? And it's like, once you give them what they want, then they start to show you exactly who they are. You know, and they can't help but show you who they are. Once you done slept with them or laid in the bed with them, they just get a level of comfortability. They get so comfortable to the point where they just naturally show you who they are. You know what I mean? And you're like, whoa, this is not the same person that I got in this relationship with. This is not that person. They flip mode. They did a flip mode on your ass. You know what I mean? And the worst, well, that's not the worst. Let me see. It's the same. It's just bad when a person lies to you and gets you in a relationship or, you know, get something from you that they weren't supposed to. And women, it's the same thing. A lot of men come into your life. Men, it's the same thing. Women will come to you and they'll get in a whole relationship with you. You might marry this woman. You might have kids with this woman. You might start a business with this woman or some type of relation. And it's like, after a while, you notice she's not really who she is. She's not really who she promoted herself to be. Now you're in a relationship with somebody who took away from your life, who took value away from your life. And sometimes they don't take it away, but they take away from your life, from your essence, because that's wasted time. You know what I mean? That you might have built something with them that's great, but they wasted your time at the end of the day because they lied to you. That's a deep one because I've been there. A lot of you been there. A lot of you know what I'm talking about. It's like, you know, that's why you just got to trust when they show you who they are, you have to believe. Point blank, period. You know, I don't like to waste time, man, with nobody. You know, life is the greatest teacher of all these lessons, man. When I'm getting taught a lesson, I listen. I clearly listen, so that way I can comprehend. I turn that down. Yeah, man. When I'm being shown these lessons, man, you know, I take it as a blessing. I take it as you know, at least I know instead of not knowing. I'd rather know something than not know something. You know what I mean? And life will do that. It's the greatest teacher.
light. Show them it's more about money, this a holy fight. Feeling confused, pray to the Lord that they do me right. Cause at times you just gotta fight a different fight. Soon you'll understand some circumstances just ain't right. Prayer to the Most High, stop thieves in the night. Riding on these late nights, working hard trying to get it right. Oh, I've been going through some things now.
Just had to take a brief intermission, that's all. Yeah.
On the late nights, contemplating things that don't feel right. I'm just sitting here
Trying to get right.
Notepad in my hand, mind and device. Writing with this pen just don't get right. Everything I say, yeah, that shit tight. Writing with this phone, yeah, that shit light. Gaining knowledge of your own, yeah, that shit's bright. Seeking warmth in your home and comfort at night. Every day it's a battle, a constant fight. Forces of evil all around trying to dim your light. Even the lost ones in the world try to act polite. And the lost ones at the top got the sharpest bite. Blood in, blood out of some things to light. When you force to face your habit in the late nights. And when the wheels is turning, don't hit the brake lights. And please don't blink twice. Yeah. Riding on these late nights, working hard trying to make it right. See, I've been going through some things now. Lord, can you please make it right through the late night? Yeah.
That's all I hope, man, that the Lord make it right. Because after a while, you just can't. After a while, you just can't get it right on your own, man. You gotta realize we lean towards our own understanding so much that we can't get it right on our own. You know, it's like your understanding just might not be the right understanding. Your understanding might be a worldly understanding or a worldly perspective when everything has its place. Everything falls from above, man. It's like a lot of times we going through things that's not even by our own making or by our own doing, you know, and at that point it's like all you could do is rely on your creator, your higher power, your God, you know what I mean, a universe to provide, you know, solace and solitude for your mind, your body, and your soul, you know, for all of you. You know, the creator, you know, put us in this thing, you know, we came through our mother's womb, you know, and when we go back to the creator, you know, it's like we got to take accounts for all of these things that happen in this world that we allowed to happen or that we let happen, you know, well, allowed and let is the same thing, but that other people did to us and things like that. All these accounts, all these memories and all these emotions that we have, you know, we're held accountable for them. And the people who gave us the emotions and the memories and things, they're held accountable for their parts in those accounts too. In those situations, they're held accountable for their part in that. And it's like, at the end of the day, all you could do is try to be upstanding and upright about whatever it is, whoever it is you are. You know, your character, your personality, as long as you stay within the confines of who you are, as long as you're doing things that's conducive to actually who you are, your character, your personality, you know, your walk of life, your faith, you know, you can never go wrong. You know, even if a person or a group or whoever leads you to be wrong or make you think that you're wrong, you have to have that self-confidence, that mental fortitude. You have to have the wherewithal to really stick to your guns and understand that you ain't do nothing wrong, that you doing what's right by you, by God, by your family. You know what I mean? Sometimes your family won't even see that you're doing right by doing what you're doing. But you still got to do it. You can't let your family, your friends dictate whether what you doing is the right thing or not. You know, sometimes the right move is no move at all. Sometimes the right move is making many moves at one time and making them fast, making them quick, making a change fast and quick. You know, sometimes it just got to be very sporadic. You got to be very sporadic because it's like you have the vision. You know, you have the mind, you have the vision. You heard that intuition. And now you have to bring that intuition into life, into fruition. You know what I mean? And sometimes, a lot of times we can't. Sometimes we can't bring it to fruition because we don't have the wherewithal. We don't have the mind to do it. But if you have the wherewithal, you have the mind to do it, whether you have the resources or not, you still have the power to manifest whatever it is that the Creator intended you to manifest. You, with all odds against you. I had a funny thought. I ain't gonna say it. But with all odds against you, you still have the wherewithal, the mental fortitude, the strength to pull through it, to make this thing happen, man. You know, that's my message to anybody out there that's struggling, who's going through a hard time that isn't of their own doing. You know what I mean? That, you know, some of us, we land on, it's like Plymouth Rock landed on us. We ain't landed on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us. You know what I mean? It's like, at times, all you could do is roll with the punches, and play your cards right.
Me up for a moment and let's take flight. And keep me warm for a moment and pure delight. See the sands on the shore of the southern lights. When you do it like me, the shit get right. And please hold your stomach, girl, this shit get tight. Rhythm and blues, baby, 12 hours a night. This a private party, yeah, it's a private site.
My shit. Late nights. One of my songs, man. One of my songs I've been creating through all of this. Through all this bullshit, through all the pain and strife. Go listen to that Pain and Strife joint too. It's fire. It's out on Spotify right now. Go check it out. You know what I mean? Go check out all my music, man, because it's out there, man. And I've been creating, and it comes from a place of pain, from a place of anguish, from a place of hurt. A lot of it come out of a place of happiness. A lot of it comes out of a place of joy. A lot of it comes out of a place of hopefulness and being faithful, and having that faith in myself, you know what I mean? And having that faith in God, you know what I mean? Because all of us have God within us. You just got to have faith and exercise it, So, yeah, man. That's what it is. All right, but that's about my time. I'm about to wrap this joint up. Wrap it up with some House of Cards. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for listening to me expound on all of this. I try to have my thoughts together before I do this. I try to have a concept at least before I step in front of this camera and start to talk to y'all. You know what I mean? And, I want to give you me. You know what I mean? It's about the content. It's about creating. But it's also about giving you me. You know what I mean? And I'm always going to be genuinely me. Whether you meet me on YouTube, whether you meet me on social media, whether you meet me on a game somewhere, whether you meet me in everyday life, walking down the street and things like that, just treat me right, and I'm going to treat you right. You know what I mean? I treat everybody right anyway. I don't like to be treated wrong. So, you treat me right, you treat me well, you're going to get the same energy return all the time. You know what I mean? That's who I am. I can't help it. We are who we are. But one thing about it is, when a person lets me know who they are, I'm going to trust who they are. You know what I mean? I'm going to trust what they show me, what I perceive them to be. That's what they are, man. Thanks for watching this episode of God Concept. I've been your host, Mr. Pagan. Y'all have a great one.